It's recording. Hey, yo, say something.
Check 1 2. Check 1 2.
That looks good. That looks good there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Bro, what's
Maikon, bro. I told you like 3 times already. Bro. Come on, bro. I said this 3 times. No, just kidding, bro. Tautai.
Tautai. Okay, how Thai. Kind of like how Thai.
Exactly.
Tautai, bro. You've been doing so much, bro.
Hey, man. Yeah, man. You know how the grind is, bro.
Yeah,
you know how
bro,
it is, man.
I love how, the energy that you keep. I feel like a lot of people, especially in Utah, they don't have that energy. They're kind of like, nervous or shy,
Sure.
and then you bring in this new, I don't know if it's the island side of you or the Latino side of you, but you're bringing this energy, bro.
I appreciate you, bro. And it's probably both because, as a fellow Latino, our people are really fun. And the Polynesians are super, just extroverters out there. You know what I mean? So it's a blessing and a curse, because I don't mind being on camera. I don't mind doing what we're doing. You know what I mean? But there is some people that, maybe don't agree with it. Yeah, are scared. No, exactly. And I've never been scared. I don't believe in being embarrassed either. That's something that I've adapted to myself. I have no shame.
Fuck yeah,
I have
dude.
no shame at all. So
well, that's the thing that's like this crippling people, just like knowing that they have so much potential by just being themselves and being open to new things, you know? So where did this whole social media thing start?
Man, we got to throw back all the way to 2019.
You're throwing it back.
Yeah,
that's
throwing
crazy.
it back. You know what I'm saying? So do you remember what TikTok was called before it was called TikTok?
Wasn't it Musically?
Good. Yes, it was. See, so
I know.
I had Musically. I had Vine. Yes, dude.
What?
So I've always loved social media.
So you knew what's up.
I knew what was up.
Yeah.
That's exactly. And my whole social media started like, it was as a joke. It was for fun. If you had TikTok in high school, you were dumb or you were cringe, gay, or whatever.
Or Jake Paul.
Or Jake Paul, exactly. Yeah. So, but I was like, no, I like this stuff, right?
Yeah.
Started making videos. Then I came across, I was like, why don't I combine what I love, my church and my video making, put them together. And then Elder Tik Tok was born.
Damn, bro.
So, and then it was kind of for fun, it was kind of, to like spread the message, try to spread the good word as a Christian. And then recently, obviously, I've been like, no, I'm gonna take this seriously. Probably gonna be my career. So, and I love it.
Yeah. Why did you decide like, man, I'm gonna merge my religion, being a Mormon,
right,
into social media?
Because I've always wanted to kind of be that voice or that person that people can refer to if they're asking about the church, because there is people in our church that kind of like have different perspectives, different feelings, and it could leave a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth, right?
True.
And for me, I wanted to make the worlds combine just to show people like, hey, Mormons are humans too. We are just like everybody else. Now we are a little bit weird. I'm not gonna let's be real. Let's be for real. Like we got some weird people that and we believe in some stuff that maybe you don't agree with or necessarily align yourself with, but at the end of the day, we both bleed the same and we both are on this earth together.
Well, the funny thing is, bro, it's you're just real about it, because everybody's they have a mask. I feel like, when me, I'm not a member.
Sure.
So I see, the fakeness sometimes. And it's not annoying, but it's kind of like, come on. It's not perfect, right?
Exactly.
And the thing you bring to the table is like, you're showing that it's not perfect. It's like a normal person that just believes in something, and that's amazing.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's what sets you apart from a lot of the people from the church, And
I think it does separate me in the fact that I'm not following the mold.
Exactly.
And growing up, like we kind of mentioned, I don't know if it's a bad habit or a bad like wanting, but I always wanted to be different. I didn't want to be the same like everybody else. And I don't know maybe it's God's calling for me, but I don't mind telling you the things I struggle with, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of members of the church, our church, they kind of shy away from it. To use your word, their fakeness, right?
Yeah.
Or they're two-faced about it. I'm like, can we just like be like real for like a little bit? Like it's okay to say you struggle with these certain things. The more you hide it and bottle it up, it's like we're not gonna solve anything like that.
Nothing,
how are you supposed to connect with somebody if you're hiding everything?
Yeah, because you have to show that it's like a 3D version. It's like you're not just a 2D. It's like no, you have a lot of things that you go through.
Right? No, I hear you.
So what's have you ever had conflicted thoughts of like maybe leaving the church?
That's a good question. So personally, I'm just gonna be real. Yeah. I have never thought about leaving the church at all because just my experience with it, like the things that the church has taught me, Jesus Christ has taught me, it's been working in my life. But what I will say is there's a lot of disagreements that I have. And there's a lot of things that like I don't think I would ever leave, but I would definitely change a lot of things. Does that make sense? You would
challenge the beliefs.
Oh, yes. Oh, 100%. But you know what? Maikon, it's weird because we have, as a Mormon, we have this thing in our head where if somebody above says it, I'm talking about like our prophets or our leaders. Oh, it's set in stone. Like, because they said it, we got to trust them.
Yeah.
Yes. But I'm trying to break this barrier where we can think for ourselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just because so-and-so said it, yeah, that's great. And I trust him. I sustain him. But you don't always have to follow blindly, if that makes sense. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the scary thing, because then it becomes to, is it a community, a church, or is it a cult? You know, that's one thing. I hear you. Yes, that's the hardest thing about the Mormons, you know, that everybody else outside feels like the Mormon church is like a cult.
It's a cult.
Yeah, and
what do you? Can I ask you?
Yeah.
What do you think of when you hear the word cult? What do you think of?
I hear that everybody just does whatever one person says, and then everybody follows a certain lead.
For sure,
you know?
Right? By that definition, there's a lot of other places that would be a cult too, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So when I think of cults, right, I think of the same thing, but I also feel like there's a mechanism of brainwashing or making you feel a certain type of way. And I'm gonna be real. If you don't want to be a member, if you don't want to be a Mormon anymore, if you don't want to be a Mormon anymore, there's the door. 100%. You are free to leave, right? Yeah. But if you want to stay, but think for yourself. You know what I mean?
Yes, bro.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can have your beef with the church. You can have your beef with certain things, but as long as you are focusing on what's really important and what the scriptures say and what Jesus taught, you will be way better. You know what I mean? All this other extra fluff is really cultural, right? Yeah. And
well, I've always said that it's because I was super religious when I was young.
Okay,
bro, 100%. I was Christian.
Okay,
evangelic. You know?
Nice.
100% all about the church. Everything. I would like sing like church songs every single day. Right, as a kid, as a baby, like I would love it. But then shit happened in my life, and I was like, oh, I need to know about myself. Like God is always gonna be there, but I need to find out myself to be able to have a relationship with God, you know? And I turned maybe 13, and I found out that it's not all about the church, it's about myself. And then I started, getting into trouble, understanding myself. And the worst thing was that at the beginning, I used to be like, oh, I don't want to let down God. I was like, if I do something bad, God will destroy me.
God's be mad at me.
Exactly. So when I started fucking up and I started making mistakes, then I got to a place where I'm like, oh, maybe now I just know not to do things. Mm-hmm. You know, then it made me get closer to God, because now it's not a power thing. It's that's my best friend. I get to speak to this person.
I like that, bro.
You know?
A lot of mainstream Christianity, have you heard this before? Maybe when you were religious, it's I'm a God-fearing person.
Yes.
Have you heard this term before?
Yes.
So I see God differently. I know the verse in the Bible that says, you should fear God and all that. I get that. But the God that I've come to know and love personally, remember you said yourself, right?
Yes.
He's a loving God.
Yes, 100%.
He loves no matter what, right? Mm-hmm. And it sucks that a lot of people have that mentality of, oh, if I mess up, then God's going to be mad at me. And that's what I've come to find out. That's not how it is, bro.
It's so toxic.
It is a toxic way of looking at God. No, it is.
Like, that's like being in a relationship with a girl and like being scared to not cheat on her instead of just like not cheat on her.
No, not cheat on her because you love her.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's very interesting though, because you are changing the mold. You're becoming someone who people can look up to and be like, yo, I connect with that person. Let me see what the church is about.
Bro, Maikon. Hey, we talk about some real stuff on Maikon show. We keep it 100.
We go hard.
That's all my goal is as a content creator.
Yeah.
I want you to see me live my life, what I'm doing. And if you spark an interest in seeing what my church is about, my job is done.
100%.
I'm not here to convert you. I'm not here to tell you to get baptized. Maikon, come to church with me right now. Here, Maikon, here's a book of Mormon. Here, read this. You know what I mean?
That gets annoying.
Yeah. And we're in 2024. It's not going to work.
It's not going to work,
Watch my videos. If you like what you see, great.
Yeah.
Search about the church. Do your research. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because, bro, low-key, what you're doing is a lot better than what maybe what's it called? The people that go...
Oh, the missionaries, the elders and sisters.
What you're doing is a lot better than what the missionaries are doing. You know why? Because the missionary thing, when people go and knock in the doors, it's starting to feel like a door-to-door sell thing. I don't want to deal with that. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody does.
Nobody wants that.
If you're a Mormon watching the Maikon show right now,
Yeah.
do not knock doors. If you're a missionary,
Yeah.
please.
Don't.
This is coming from a non-member. You don't like
it's
it.
annoying, bro. I every single time I hear somebody knock, and it literally I like hide. I'm like, I don't want to talk to nobody.
You be hiding from the missionaries, bro?
Because what? Because they stay a little too longer, you know. And I'm like,
I hear you.
But if like, you know, when I hear you, I'm like, oh, that guy is cool. Like I want to hang out with that guy. I want to talk to that guy because it doesn't feel right. If I don't know somebody, like, again, it's like a salesman. Like I don't have the time. I'm stressed today. Why the hell do I want to talk to you?
Exactly,
You know what I mean,
bro. So I have a question for you then. Yeah, no, but I totally agree. As missionaries, we're not selling you anything.
Yeah.
We're supposed to serve you, first of all. We're supposed to be there for you. And
Exactly.
what you need.
Yeah.
What you need is not somebody knocking on your door at 9 at night when you just got off of work. You know what I mean? So what would be I'm curious, as a non-member, for these missionaries who aren't doing it right, in our opinions, what would be a better way for them to come talk to you about anything? Not just even the church, but just like how should they approach you instead of knocking doors?
I think just make content online that I can relate to, and then have events where people show up and then talk about God. And that's what you're doing.
Hey, I need you to go talk to President Nelson. I need you to go hit him up right now and tell him exactly what you said.
We just need to blow up, bro. We need to blow up and change the culture, and then we're good, bro.
100%, bro. 100%.
You know, so I want to challenge something from your religion as well.
Sorry, say it one more time.
I want to challenge something from your religion,
from
the Mormon church.
Okay, all right.
About the tithing, right?
Let's talk about it, yeah.
A lot of people are weird about that because it's your hard-earned money. And sometimes it's like, damn, do I really want to be a part of a church who wants to take the money? Or because if I don't give the money, they probably put me away. Like I can't be a part of because I know there's like, what's it called? There's like subscriptions. That's how it feels to some people.
That's how it feels to some people.
That it's subscriptions where it's like, if you pay the tithing, you're going to go to a certain place, like a VIP version. If you don't pay the tithing, you can still be a part of the club, but it doesn't feel right.
Real.
Like, I won't get to the VIP. I'll just be in the club chilling, you know?
Maybe you feel like you're buying your way into the club,
Exactly.
the VIP section.
Yeah,
all right, so let's talk about that real quick. So I'm well aware 10% is a lot of money. Come on, like 10% of all you got, like that's crazy, fam. Like that's kind of wild. Man, you look at the Bible, right? If you're religious and you're a Christian, you look at the Bible. The widow's mite. Do you know this story?
The widow's mite.
Widow's mite.
I know the Bible in Spanish, so
that's sure. All good. That's all good. The story is, everyone was paying their tithes, right? Everyone's giving what they got, right? And this lady, this widow, gave 1 mite. Right. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, it's like less than like a penny or something like that. I could be wrong, but basically it's worthless. Like it's a penny. You know what I mean? And all these priests are looking at this widow and they're like, wow, like look how poor she is. You know, she probably shouldn't have even like donated that to the church at all. But then Jesus said, in the Bible, it says, she offered more than anybody there had offered, because that's all that she had, right? That wasn't even 10%. That was all she had, right? So for the Mormons, for the LDS church, I pay my tithing because it's a commandment, I believe. Right? God says in the Bible, pay your tithing for the what? For the building up of his kingdom, church. Now hear me out. Whatever man wants to do with the tithing I pay after that, that's on their conscience.
True.
As long as I do it for me, I know I'm giving my 10%, I'm doing my due diligence. It's going to be recorded in heaven, right? God looked at me, he said, all right, Tautai, paid your tithing, good. Whatever happens after that, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm praying that it's in the right hands.
Yeah,
right?
and that's a hard thing, because I feel like a lot of people don't understand where it's going, because with that religion as big as the Mormon church, you motherfuckers are really rich.
We got that bread, though. We do have a lot of money.
You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of money involved. So sometimes it's like, why do you need my money? You know what I mean?
Exactly. My $1,000, right, is not gonna help out when it's like a multi-billion-dollar church.
Trillion, possibly.
Very possibly. Very possibly. And you know what? For me, like I said, it's a personal thing with me and God. I want to contribute somehow. I've actually also seen the benefits of tithing. When my family was in the mud, when we didn't have anything, church helped us out, right?
Yeah.
You can look it up too. The church has tons of humanitarian efforts. They've donated over $1 billion this past year in aid. And now everyone is going to look at the Mormon church and be like, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? Why you guys should be doing this? And we would love to help everybody, and we're trying our best, right? But we want to we want to do it where it's most needed, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I also feel like if you can't pay like money into tithing could be like in other forms. You know what I mean? Like because when I served my mission, they didn't have no money for tithing, right? Because it was a very poor spot.
Yeah.
So what you do, you contributed your time, your effort, your food from the land, like coconuts or what have you, and that would count as your tithing. I totally understand it. I'm not as knowledgeable about tithing within our church as I should be probably, but that's how I kind of look at it.
Do you think you look at it as a kind of like a discipline developer, that you do it just because it's you're doing it and it helps you in other things because you're doing it?
I hear what you're saying. Yeah, maybe like establishes like because you're supposed to do it on income, right? Yeah. You pay your tithing off of income, so it's establishing paying on time, right? Or, money management, that kind of thing. I didn't even think about it like that, to be honest. That's a good way of putting it.
Well, and the hardest thing is thinking about it, where it's like having to pay, like it's really hard because, like, again, the VIP thing.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Like, how do you, if you don't pay, what happens if you don't pay, but you still want to be a part of the church?
You are more than welcome to still be a member of the church.
Would you get to that VIP section?
Tithing, I'm going to be real with you. I'm pretty sure like paying tithing is one of the things that, you're asked to do. You are 100% asked to do. Now, that VIP that you're referring to, that celestial kingdom, I got to do my research, but it's my opinion, like, if you're, like I said, what about these people who do not have money at all across the world, Africa, all this stuff? They're not paying tithing. You're going to tell them they're not going to be able to get to the VIP club because they don't have it to begin with? That's tough. That's tough, right? Yeah. I think God needs people with money to help. You know what I mean? Yeah. Bible says if you pay your tithing, you will receive blessings that you can't even handle yourself, right? It's the gist of the verse. But yeah, I got to look into it. I would be really shocked if at the end of the day, all right, Maikon, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me see, we got you. You did good. You did a podcast. Okay, cool. You were a good human being. Oh, you didn't give 10%? The lower club. You know what I mean? Well, like, think about it, bro. Like, if we both agree that, or if whoever agrees that God is a loving God, he'll make it work out some way, somehow, right? Yeah. So that's my belief.
So what's the end goal of the Mormon church then? What's what are you guys looking for at the end of the tunnel?
I believe because we send out missionaries, because we try to do our missionary work by ourselves, I think it's really just to spread the good word. It's to gather Israel, to quote our prophet, President Nelson. Yeah. He made it very clear that we're here to gather Israel, right? All the scattered tribes of Israel, all across the world, not just the US, just bring people together. Now let's be real. I believe that the second coming is happening very, very soon, right?
You think so?
Oh yeah, very, very much so, bro. You look at our world today, it's the sign of the times, right? We're in the latter days. Like, all these things that are happening, it points to him coming back. That just proves that he's coming back because Bible says it, right? Yeah. You talk about an end goal. We're not going to get everybody. Like, let's be honest. We're a small group of maybe 16 million worldwide, and this earth has 7-9 billion, something in that area. Yeah. We're not going to hit everybody. But that's why I love my church, is because we believe that if Maikon never heard about the LDS church in this life, we believe in an afterlife where you will have the opportunity. Yeah. And I think that's super dope because, like, it makes sense, right? Normally, if you're a mainstream Christian, if you don't get baptized, if you don't commit to the word, where do you go?
What do you mean?
After this life, where do you go?
Oh, you go to hell.
Oh, you go to hell, right? It sucks for you.
Yeah.
But I never heard about God. Too bad. You're going to hell. I don't believe in that. I don't think that's right.
Yeah, exactly. So, but even let's talk about the end of times, right? The hardest thing about me with the end of times is it's always the end of time until you die. Facts. It's like every single one of us is going to have an end of time. Facts. So for the longest time, I felt like it was used as in religion, not in the Mormons. It's just every religion use it as a scare tactic. Where it's it's like, hey, be a part of us.
Be saved before it's too late.
Exactly. Type. So that's the hardest thing for me because I'm like, yeah, I'm going to have the end of times for me. I'm going to die. It's over. And I've seen many people, thousands of people, always, it's the end of time. Yeah, your generation goes by, you die, and that's it. And it never comes. And it will come, but we have no idea when or how, right? No. We believe there's a certain way.
I don't even think Christ knows either. I think Bible says that he doesn't even know either, right? So it's like, crazy. So I believe you when you say that it's a scare tactic, right? But for me, I'm like, let me do my best while I have a body here on this earth. Yeah. Let me do my thing. I'm gonna mess up, I'm not gonna be the best, but let me do what I can while I'm here.
Well, that's the mission. Yeah, that's the mission, to be a good human, right? Because it's so tough for me. I started thinking like, man, because again, I was very religious, like core, bro.
So you say you used to be very religious. Are you spiritual now, or what are you?
I just believe in being a good human, and having good energy. That's what I believe in.
Okay.
Like if I do something bad, it's gonna show 100 times even more.
It's gonna come back to you.
It's gonna come back 100%.
I believe that too.
So, but it was like, fuck, what were we talking about?
No, you're good. I asked you if you were like, because you used to be religious. What are you now? You know what I mean?
I'm okay. Yes. So I'm very energy, you know, driven and everything. And I just want to be a good human, you know? But like, again, the end of times, it was like, fuck, do I really want to live my life, again, with a scared mentality? I don't want to. So I would just be a good person until the end of my time.
I like that,
You know what I mean?
And then we have kind of relating it back to, you know, my church, you know, you're not supposed to have sex before you're married. You're not supposed to drink. You're not supposed to have these things, right? It's not like necessarily a scare tactic, but like eventually down the long road, like these things will probably have some cause and effect.
Yeah.
But while like you said, while you're here on this life, don't be afraid to live life, right?
Exactly.
Like I'm not promoting, because I'm religious. I know you're not, but that's okay. But I'm not promoting sin.
Yeah.
But what I am promoting is living the gospel. And a part of the gospel is repentance, right? If you mess up, if you're doing these things, be a better person. Don't do that stuff again, you know?
Well, you're different. That's why you're different, bro. Because it is, bro. Because a lot of people, you know, you are just modern day, you know, and that's what I feel like people need to be. Just because nowadays it's so hard to like find the right thing, because everybody, we've seen so many times, we've seen the whole cult thing, the whole people want to just take advantage of people and things like that. And fear is a number one reason why people do certain things, you know?
Yeah.
So living life without fear is the number one thing you should be doing, you know? And that's what you're driving. You're driving I don't think you're pushing a religion. You're pushing a way of life.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Let me just digest that real quick, because if you happen to want to learn about my religion, great. But to use your terms, my way of life is a byproduct of my religion. You know, that's just how it kind of works. But man, I didn't even think about that.
But you're willing to listen to somebody else speak their
100%.
Perception of things. You know, and that's what I feel like religion went wrong. When it was like, it's my way or the highway. It's like, it should be like, what's going on with you? How can we help? If we can't help, amazing. Go ahead, be yourself, you know? Because I truly believe, the reason why I believe I don't need a religion is because I know exactly what's bad for me and what's good for me.
Okay.
I don't need a congregation or a group of people to tell me, hey, you can't do that. I've already been through it. You know, I've always said, I've had the biggest trip, you know, every time I speak to somebody who has done ayahuasca or the LSD or the biggest drugs, I can always relate to them, because I'm like, oh, I did that.
I've done that.
But in the long term.
Yes.
Because I've been through so many ups and so many downs that it feels the same. It's just the people that do drugs, it's kind of like a shortcut that they take.
Right.
You know, so I can relate to that. And I'm like, I know what's good for me. I know what's not good
bad
for me.
for you. Yeah.
And I'm disciplined enough to stay in a straight path. I don't need a religion to tell me that.
That's cool.
You know?
But had you not have experienced those bad things, you probably wouldn't be able to bounce back like you have. You know what I mean? You wouldn't have that knowledge.
Exactly.
That's kind of like the whole story of Adam and Eve, is like when they ate the fruit, or before they didn't know what was good or bad, right? They had to mess up.
Ignorance is bliss.
Ignorance is bliss. Exactly. But I like what you said. That's why I asked you, are you religious? No. Are you whatever?
And that's what I was going to say that I forgot.
No, that's why I asked you, because I'm like, if I'm a Mormon and I'm telling you about my beliefs, I'm expecting you to listen to me. For me to be like, oh no, but what you got? Like, I don't want to say that because I have the truth. That's so disingenuous. That doesn't make sense.
That's like territorial.
It is very territorial.
I mean? It's like with us or without us.
Exactly.
You know?
So you have to be open-minded. I'm confident in my beliefs, where I'll have open conversations like this.
That's good, bro.
And I'll learn from other people. I'll learn from the Muslim. I'll learn from the Catholic. I'll learn from the atheist or the agnostic. Who am I to be like, my truth is so much better than yours, when at the end of the day, you believe in being a good human? So do I. You believe in helping out other people? Me too. Exactly. So it's like there's more commonalities than you think.
With everything you're doing, do you think the higher ups in the Mormon church are watching?
No, I honestly don't think
you
they're
don't think
watching. So? No, I don't think they're watching.
I don't know, bro. I feel like, you know, you are starting not a trend, but you're, like I said, a way of life that could help them a lot, just to be more relatable, because goddamn, they're not relatable anymore.
And you know why they're not relatable is because, and to their defense, I 100% agree with you. They can't relate to us because they are an older generation. You go to Salt Lake, everyone in the office is a little bit older, and they've been in the church, they've been in the gospel ever since, like, you know, the beginning of the early church stages. You know what I mean? We have always been taught in my age group that you're the chosen generation, right? You're going to be the generation that changes things.
Yeah.
So why aren't we in the office over there? Why aren't we why isn't there younger people who understand the world? You're gonna tell me that my world I live in is the same world that no, exactly.
Yeah.
If the higher ups ever watch something like this, I hope they feel like I'm not bashing our church at all. That's the last thing I want to do. Yeah. I just feel like, since we are the chosen generation, since God gave us certain abilities and talents, because I believe God put Maikon on this earth, me on this earth at a specific time, instead of way back in the day or in the future, we got to get stuff done now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Building bridges, having open dialogue, having open conversations. That's how we solve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, bro, they should hire you as the head of marketing. God damn.
Hey, man. Hey, LDS. Hey, who do I got to talk to? Hey, that's what I'm saying too. But it's funny you bring that up. That was actually one of my dream jobs.
Really?
Was to be one of the head of marketing for the church, right? With what I got going on.
Yeah.
Come to find out, they have a lot of restrictions.
Really?
They have a lot of things they want to monitor, because if it's not inviting others to come under Christ, they don't want to put it out. Totally fine with that. But you're limiting creativeness and like special kind of stuff, right? If it doesn't align exactly with like what they got written down up there, it's not going to work. But I'm sitting down with somebody who's not a member, and everything I'm saying you're relating to, right? If we went up to the higher ups, guarantee they'd be like, yeah, but that doesn't follow this protocol, this. And it's like, well, I made a genuine connection today. What did you do today? You know what I mean? Kind of thing.
How hard do you think is dealing with all the pre-assumptions people already made about the church and they meet you?
Man, it's just so much work I gotta comb through and like reverse, right? Because what are you on? You're on Reddit, you're on TikTok, you're on Twitter. And the anti-Mormon stuff and the ex-Mormon stuff goes viral.
Crazy.
Way more than my stuff, right? And
negativity drives faster.
Negativity does drive faster. Controversy drives faster. Yes. You know what I mean? And I get it. So when people come into my chats or my TikTok lives and like, I heard this, so-and-so said this. I got a lot of deconstructing to do within that. I'm like, we don't do that anymore. We don't teach that anymore. And I'll be the first to say, like, we messed up back in the day. Yeah. We weren't supposed to do that.
Everybody, I feel like did.
Everybody. But look where we are now, and we're making strides, right? Yeah. So to answer your question, when they see me, when they don't think I'm a Mormon, because sometimes I cuss on my videos on accident, or I wear a chain, or I have a beard, or whatever it is.
You have a beard?
No, I'm serious.
Is that bad?
That's one of the things, because people don't think Mormons can have beards.
That's fucked up.
Type, right?
Type shit.
Type shit. Exactly, because a long time ago, someone in the church says, if you're a worthy priesthood holder, you'll be clean shaven, white shirt. Get the frick out of here, man. Like, what are you talking about right now? So something as simple as having a beard is something I have to dispel and be like, you can be Mormon and have a beard. You can be Mormon and have an addiction. You're gonna tell me like you don't have an addiction in some way, shape, or form? Like,
I feel like everybody has an addiction in some way,
big
bro.
Facts.
That could be healthy or negative. You know, like I have a fucking addiction with working. Like, fuck. Like,
and you know what's funny? You say that. Work is a principle of life, right? Yeah. You're out here grinding. You're trying to make conversation. However, something we believe in as the Mormons is everything in moderation, because too much work could kill you.
Oh, facts,
right?
Facts.
You know what I mean?
True,
but it's a good and bad addiction that you have to work. No one's gonna tell you, Maikon, like, stop working. Like, no, I'm grinding. You have a dream. Now, once work is in front of Maikon's physical, mental, spiritual, whatever health, that's when it's the problem. Balance that out.
Yeah, balance is everything.
Balance is everything. Be that hardworking person. Come on. Us Latinos are hardworking people too. You know what I mean?
It's in our blood, bro.
It's in our blood, right? Just don't neglect yourself. Kind of how you were telling me earlier. It's between yourself. When you were 13, you were like, I got to find out for myself.
Yeah.
I'm in the same boat. Sometimes I'm editing. I want to get to this video. I want to get to the next video. I'm scheduling people for my next episode. It's like, am I cool? Did I eat today?
Yeah.
Did I take a nap today? Did I cool? You know what I mean? And like you said, balance is everything.
But like you said, bro, it's the hardest thing is just finding that, because I love being the underdog. I've learned, because I've been, I've had success in certain things in areas in my life, and every single time there was a bullshit that happened was because I felt like I was better than everybody else, or I was too good, or I made it. And then I fucked up and everything started falling. But the thing that has helped me till now, it has been fucking feel like the underdog, bro. Because usually when you feel like the underdog all the time, you look back, oh, they're still back there. Because you work so much harder than you need to.
No pun intended. You literally have to have that dog in you, though. That you literally have to have it, right? Because if you're not chasing something, then it's like, then you get static. You get comfortable. You get idle. Yeah. I like the underdog mentality for sure, though.
Yeah, bro. So,
what do you do? Yo tengo una pregunta para ti. ¿Entiendes?
Yeah.
¿Tienes hambre ahora?
Tengo hambre.
What did I say?
You said if I'm hungry.
Yeah, I did, right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. ¿Tienes hambre ahora?
¿Por qué?
Porque yo tengo la comida. Okay. You know, we had to bring the boys some tacos from down the street. Okay, yeah, man. Maybe we could grub a little bit before we end the pod. Go ahead, bro. This is from Red Tacos down the street. I've never tried.
Bro, I fuck with Red Tacos.
I've never had before.
Never?
Never.
You never tasted birria?
No, never, bro.
It's your first time, bro.
It's my first time, and I wanted to break bread with you, my guy.
Let's
go ahead, open it up. That's all you.
Crazy,
shout out Red Tacos. Hey, sponsor my boy Maikon.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? Let's do a collab. Stop playing with us, homie.
Try to just break it through because this shit
yeah,
is
F it. Do it, man. Yeah, just rip it. Strong guy over here.
You know what I'm saying? Wait.
¿Dónde está tu novia?
¿Ah?
¿Dónde está tu novia?
Está en la casa.
Oh, wow. I was gonna say, my boy single. Good,
bro. I'm happily in love for 10 years.
Oh.
Yes, sir,
good
bro.
For you,
10 years,
good
fam.
For you.
You know what I'm saying?
So I've never had birria before.
Okay, never. It's the first time ever.
My first time ever. My first time ever.
You know what I'm saying? Oh my.
Sorry, that's a little cold. That's my fault. I should have. I talked too much, brother. I talk too much.
Look at that. Bro, that looks Red Tacos. Hey,
shout out Red Tacos.
Hey, fuck with the boy. You know what I'm saying?
Come mess with the Maikon show.
Yes,
you know what I mean? 801 Utah,
bro,
baby.
That looks good, bro. Oh my God, bro. I devour this shit quick.
Yeah, let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to put, the cilantro.
Oh, that's cilantro. Creo que sí.
What
the way? Yep,
tienes que poner la onion. You know what I'm saying? La cebolla. Yes, sir. Boom. Then you got to get the sauce, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, I picked a random sauce.
So shit. So we don't know if this is spicy or mild, but we have no idea.
We have no idea.
It looks a little bit dark, so it might be a little bit hot.
For real?
You know
okay. So I know I'm Mexicano también, but I actually, my spice tolerance is not very good, bro.
This is actually one of the second time we've ever eaten in the show. So shout out to you.
Hey,
bro.
shout out. Hey, let's freaking go. And I was hungry,
let's go.
Man.
Hey, hell yeah, bro. My stomach was like a little too.
Good.
Ready? You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Live reaction.
Live reaction. Here we
go. Red
tacos.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh
my! I got it all over my mouth. Let's get it.
Yeah, you got that meat in your mouth.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Pause. Oh my God, Maikon. I'm so sorry. Give me 2 seconds. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank thee for this day. Thank thee for this food we were able to get from Red Tacos. Thank thee for Maikon for inviting me on this show. And please bless that we will all be good human beings. And thank thee for this food. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Sorry, I just broke my own rule. I can't believe
it. You're modern Mormon, though.
Yeah.
So we do it after. After the first bite.
After the first bite. We should start implementing that. Let's take the bite first.
Just in case. If you don't like it,
exactly. If you don't like it, no prayer. But if you like it.
You know what this is? This is a rábano.
That's right.
Yeah, I don't know how to say it in English, but
you're gonna have to help me with my Mexican culture, bro, or my Latino culture. I'm trying to tap in.
This is a rábano. Yeah. It doesn't really taste like anything, but it's fucking good. What I usually do, I eat it after I take a bite, and I eat it. Okay. Oh, good, bro. Hey, thank you, bro. Wow, this is so good right now.
I'm gonna kill it after the episode. Excuse me. Thank you, Red Tacos. Mucho delicioso, right? Did I say that right? Okay, bro. I'm pretending I know how to speak Spanish.
Gay. Gracias, Red Tacos. Bro, now I need either a drink or a kick in the chest or something. We're good.
What's your normal beverage when you go out to eat tacos?
Sprite, bro.
Solid.
Sprite or Fanta?
¿Quieres
horchata?
Oh, de gusto horchata que Jamaica? What about Jamaica?
Jamaica's
Gas, bro.
Doritos.
Dorito y tostido y...
Hachiros.
Hachiros. Sí. Rancho Ritos. Y Betos. Oh, I'm horrible. I gotta speak.
Taco Bell? We don't know if that's Spanish yet.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Damn, bro. Thank you.
No, thank you, Mick.
This was dope, bro. One last question that I'd like to ask. If you could go back in time to you started your whole, religious experience and talk to the younger self, what would you tell him?
To a younger me?
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, bro, you better get your shit together. No. How old are we talking about? Just like younger?
5, 7.
I would say to my younger self, because I actually don't believe in regrets. I don't believe in regrets.
Yeah.
It's not a thing. Like, it happened because it was supposed to happen. Yeah. Right. So I would just tell myself, like, yo, whatever happens is supposed to happen for a reason, but keep going, keep doing what you're doing. And then I don't want to put myself on a pedestal, Maikon. Like, I hope I don't come across like that, but for the sake of the question, I'd be like, you have a higher purpose and you're going to be able to touch a lot of people's lives by doing what you're doing right now. So, but just be prepared that one day when you're older, you're going to have to use certain talents that not a lot of people have. The talent of reading people, the talent of connecting with people, the talent of podcasts, whatever, what have you. So just be ready, but you got it. You know what I mean? Just give myself some self-love. I think we all need a little bit of self-love.
Yeah, bro. I love myself so much, bro.
Me too.
Like, it's
self-love. It sounds messed up, doesn't it? That you hate excuse me.
Because society told us to not love yourself.
I love myself.
Yeah.
Like, I'm confident in my own skin that I can look at myself and I'm like, I like being like in my own skin. I love myself because I know God loves me. But all this love that we got for ourselves, we got to spread it out a little bit. You know what I mean? Excuse me. We got to spread it out just a little bit. Yeah. I'm glad that you love yourself. That's another word of advice I would give to people. If you don't love yourself for some reason, you should, first of all.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if you're not, how do I say this? I don't want to sound like I have split personalities, but if you're not your own best friend, like...
Oh, you have to, bro.
Right? Okay.
You have to.
You have to.
Mm-hmm. One thing that I always say is... I used to, how people call people who talk to themselves crazy?
Yes, yeah.
I'm like, bro, I'm the craziest motherfucker.
I'm the craziest one on this planet, bro. I be talking to myself.
Bro, that's my best friend.
I'm like, bro, I'd be looking at myself. One day, I'll be like, hey, bro, hey, you looking good today, bro. I'll be like, you got it. Yeah. And then the next day, I'm human. I'll be like, dang, you are ugly as shit. You know what I mean? Like, you are so ugly. But it's that self-love that if you don't love yourself, when what you got going on in life, how are you supposed to love everybody else?
Yeah,
that's my philosophy.
Well, it's if you think about it, bro. When you're young, you have a undeveloped what's it called when fuck that thing that you have like your conscience. Yeah, you have an undeveloped consciousness, right?
Right.
When you grow older, you learn from things, from your experiences. You get certain tools. Now, this conscious is a developed consciousness, right?
Wow.
So it knows when I'm fucking up.
Wow.
It's my best friend.
Yeah.
I believe that the body will never learn. The body needs a leader, and that's your soul.
And that's your soul and your mind.
Your soul and your mind.
Mind over matter. Hello.
Exactly,
it's
bro.
Mind over matter,
so
bro. 100,000%.
My soul or my consciousness tells my body, hey, remember that? Remember how that pain felt when you fucked up like that?
Yes.
Hey, we don't want to do that. And my body's like, oh, it's true, because your body is a baby for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Right. It's the conscience that keeps growing. We think it's our body, but it's not.
That means this right here, that's body, right? This is our vessel right here.
Yes.
This is our vessel. You use the word soul, correct?
Yeah.
That is what guides our bodies, dude.
Facts,
that is what,
bro.
This is what makes the decision. This is just a vessel. It needs a captain.
Yeah.
Up here, buddy.
And a lot of the captains are not developed. They don't know certain skills.
Yes.
That's what happens. That's why people are so different and weird sometimes. You know what I mean?
I heard you, dude.
Nah, but yeah, bro, it's been dope. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
What do you got to tell the people?
Hey, mess with your boy. This is a Maikon show,
Hey.
a collab with Elder Tik Tok 11. You can follow me on TikTok, IG, come to my club, Orem. Come party the night away, and make sure you tap into the Maikon show,
Fuck
man.
yeah,
you know
bro.
what I mean? We're about to get sponsored by Red Tacos too, so mess with the boy. You know
Con cilantro,
con cilantro,
cebolla.
cebolla. Hey, bro, listen. All I'm gonna say is love, peace, and be a good human being, brother.
Hell yeah.
TikTok out.
And with that, thank you, fam. Love you guys. Go to sleep early and drink water.
Drink
Peace
water.
out.
Woo!
Yes, sir. Woo. Hey, yo, that was dope.
Bro,
thank you, bro.
thank you. No,
that was dope.
man.